Let's see if this actually worked this time. I don't know, man. I just want to mod mice. I don't know what happened with the stream, but I think it's working again. I hope it's working. Take off an ear cup to be able to hear this better. Oh, where's my little plunger for testing sound? Guess I'll get a different one. Yeah, we'll do these two. Just binning the switches here, checking them for tactility. I look for... like, you want it to be somewhat firm. I notice some of these poorly QC'd Omron opticals, they get mushy. They start feeling mushy. Am I not live? My OBS says I'm live. My tablet's slow as hell, man. Am I not live right now? What? OBS says I'm live. Yeah, okay, it does say I'm live. Yeah, okay, it does say I'm live. Weird. Okay, sorry about that. Let's turn the music volume up a little bit too. 1, 2, 3. I use the scroll wheel to adjust volume on YouTube. With how quiet this one is, I could probably go 4 notches, but I usually go more like 3 notches. Yeah, I don't know why. I can't monitor chat. My tablet is not updating my YouTube page. Well, I opted for these two. I opted for... yeah, those both feel pretty even. I like that. But then these two over here that I'm setting off to the side, these ones feel really nice. I'm going to save this for the glorious mouse that I want to do next. There we go. Finally, it popped up on my tablet. Okay. So. Let's get this here. Show on the road. Oh, that was easy. Don't need my hobby knife. Yeah, I've kept the cover. This is an X-Acto brand X-Acto knife for hobby knife. And I've kept the cover forever. And I made it orange so I could see it better when it's in like my holder. And it cracked, so that's why there's a zip tie on it. I've had this since I was in middle school. When I was in middle school, I modded airsoft BB shooters. I don't know if I can say the G word this early into a stream. Not that it really matters. But yeah, I was really big into airsoft when I was in middle school, and it was funny. I played a little bit, not as much as what I would have liked, because you know you kind of have to drive around, and when you're in middle school, you're reliant on your parents. But I spent a lot of time at my little workbench working on, oh, I'm sorry, this music might be too loud, working on them, the different gearboxes and such. Oh, is that fun? That was a lot of fun. You know, I'm a mechanical engineer, and sometimes I get asked, how'd you know what you want it to be? It was easy for me. But I know that's not the case for everyone. I'm rather fortunate, I suppose, in that regard. I don't know. Part of me has sympathy for people who struggle to find what they love doing, and the other part of me, like, doesn't have empathy. Sympathy? Empathy? Wait a second. It's very, I think, dependent on the person. For example, I like I found it really easy because my hobbies overlapped, but I was also big into, if I got into something, I chose to explore it further. There certainly were people that I went to school with, particularly in high school, who did not prioritize their future like that. Now, I don't want to make it sound like, I don't want to sound all privileged or whatever, but I don't know. I took technical classes in high school that landed me a internship that gave me a leg up on future jobs early on in my career, and I didn't have to do that. Was I fortunate to have the opportunities? Yeah, but I don't know. Opportunities take, it takes... Luck is important in life, but so is hard work when an opportunity does come its way, I hope that's not a hot take. Just getting the solder out of the holes here. And I'm not even going to bother cleaning this up. These two micro switches felt awfully even, so we are going to do what we do with Ammon Opticals to make them into mechanical. We got to get the transmitter and receiver out. There's one. There's the other. Push it back closed. Make sure it still works. Sure does. We do the second one. I bent the crap out of those pins, huh? One, two. Close it back up. Yep, still works. Now we gotta make our icicles, as I like to call them. Let's put them both in the jaws for now. I don't know in chat, if anyone's in chat, what are you studying or working in, and how did you come to be in that field? Was it by luck? Was it by a lot of hard effort? Bit of both? Mine was definitely a bit of both. I don't know. I suppose I just find it a little bit, if you don't know what you want to do. Let's say you are in high school and you don't know what you want to do. I think that's fine. But I think there's some point that you do kind of have to wake up, and perhaps it's after high school, and that's okay too. But you have to realize that you have to choose something that'll make money. Something that'll get you out of your parents' house. And there's effort in that choice. I suppose some people just don't even... Maybe you don't know what you want to do, so you just kind of fall into whatever job it is that you have, and you just stick with that, and that's all you ever know. I guess that could be part of it too. There we go, there's one. I'm still so glad I found this mod. Like, I can't believe how lucky it is that this is even a thing. The other 5-pin optical switches... Oh, Third Eye is here. What's up, dude? The other optical switches that are 5-pin, they don't have this normally closed connection contact like TTC V2 opticals. I don't know if FEs do. I think they actually might have this little nipple here. Third eye, I work in a field I work in because I had a few friends that worked at the company, not much because I wanted to work there. And nothing to do with my major at all, but I've been there over 10 years now. Yeah. I think a lot of jobs can be word of mouth. You know, and part of it too, it's that not... some people are like really career driven, like they really pour a lot into their work. And there's a lot of people too who are like, my job is simply a means to an end so that I can live the rest of my life. And I don't really care what I do as long as it's like comfortable, pays the bills, etc. And there's merit to both. When I was younger in my career, I used to think that it was like all about career because, you know, we tend to understand best what our own position is. But I think as you get older, even if you are really career driven, life gets busier, you know, you get married, you have a house, you have kids grow up, and you realize how much more important that is than your job. And your job is still important, but you have to balance the two. I don't know. I'm heavily introverted and not a fan of networking, interviewing, company hopping, all that. Just want to be comfortable. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's from Third Eye in chat. I think that's good. It's good to know yourself. I think that's the most important part. It's to know yourself. So I have an aunt, and remember she told me, this is years ago. I was with Lauren though, but it was before we were married. She said she kind of sits down every 6 months and reevaluates. Am I happy where I'm at? Basically, past, present, future. Where was I 6 months ago? Where did I want to be 6 months from now? Did I achieve that? If not, why? Or if I did, am I happy, or are there other things that need to change? So this 6 month evaluation thing, it's not something that I've like taken hardcore to heart, but I really vibe with the concept, because my first job out of college was pretty toxic and definitely did a number on me in ways that I still think about like almost daily. And like an abusive relationship, you know, you go through the day to day and you fight battles and you get through it and you still feel successes, or you're manipulated in ways where you still feel like... And also that's my first job out of college, so that's like that's all you know. That's your only reference point. But if you do the 6 month approach, then that makes it easier to take a step back and be like, wait a second, I was really unhappy 6 months ago. I've tried doing things to change my circumstance, and I'm not any better. Maybe I need to really change up my situation. Again, this is all way easier said than done. But by the way, here's my Attack Shark X3 dongle. You guys can see I take... Wow, my camera, dude. I take paint or nail polish to it. Wow, dude, my camera does not want to focus. Look at that. You get the idea. Well, thank you for sharing that, Third Eye. I was gonna guess. I think I forgot where you work. I remember what industry, but I'm not gonna dox you. Third Eye and I have met up IRL before. Oh, those feel nice. Those feel nice. Let's screw it back. Actually, before I do that, let's make sure she's working. Sorry, incoming Windows sound here. I'll plug in this guy. Turn her on. Cool. Right mouse, left mouse, they both work. Cool. So this Attack Shark was base sanded. I also cut out, there's like stickers by default here, and I like cut out in the pattern of where the stickers are. We'll get a weight here in a minute. I have a magnet in there too for dongle storage. Third Eye says, when I left my first job out of college after working for a few years, I was a lot more motivated and willing to try something new. Yeah. Yeah, your first one's the hardest, right? Nowadays, I'm so set in my ways it overwhelms me so much. That's funny. You know, it's funny. So, I don't know. I think it's like a lot easier once you start looking. So, I've had 2 job situations that kind of I was technically fired from that first really toxic place. And then my second job after that I got a few weeks after, I was laid off from because the company went under, sort of. Yeah, those are stories for another time. But wait, where was I going with this? Oh. Yeah, I think it helps if you are feeling like stuck in a job and you're not happy, but you feel overwhelmed about looking. Hey, Gavin, good to see you. But you feel overwhelmed about looking. The best thing to do is just force yourself to start looking, because I thought my first job out of college was everything. I loved it in so many ways, other than the ridiculous hours and really toxic workplace environment. I loved it, and I still think about it all the time. But once I started looking around more, like once I was out of that job and looking around at what else there was, you get a lot more excited. You get more excited not because you're thinking about what you've lost, but you're thinking about what you could go and do. That's a good mindset. So if you're ever like stuck in a job and you feel overwhelmed, just go on LinkedIn, just go on Indeed, and just start looking, just start reading. Instead of doom scrolling, wow, 44 grams on that, huh? Sorry, the light's like kind of reflecting on. There you go, 44 grams. Do I want to keep using these glass skates? They're nice. These are from an X2 and they fit it like perfectly, but I don't think I want to use glass skates on this. I think I'm going to go with dots. I have so many dots. Yeah, just take a look at what's out there and you'll realize that you're not giving up something, but instead there's more opportunities for you. And I know, like, I don't know, like, I have friends who have been laid off from jobs and stuff, and they work for big companies where they get laid off and they get like a big fat severance. And I've been pretty unlucky in that I've like never gotten that or anything. But when I hear about like other people who are in similar situations, they're really, man, I can't do this right, this stupid tape. They're like really scared about losing their job. I don't know, I don't want to say I have less sympathy. I want to say like people, like, you're going to be more okay than what you think. I think it's just that people are afraid of change. Like, changing jobs. It's not as spooky as I think. Both my wife and I had a lot of early career turmoil. And you get through it and you end up at a place that you're happier. Technically laid off from my first company twice. Yeah, nice. I have a younger brother in college right now, says Gavin. He made Dean's List in his book Smart, but he's kind of shy and naive. He majors in interdisciplinary studies, which I have no idea what career that leads to. Yeah, isn't that kind of an MRS degree? Like it's kind of like one of the meme degrees, or it's not like a real degree. That's just to say that like you have a college degree. That's interesting. I don't know. I could totally be wrong there. Maybe interdisciplinary studies is, I don't know, I thought it was like kind of a joke degree. But I really could be wrong there. I wonder what kind of classes you even take at this like interdisciplinary studies. Is it just like high school plus? I'm gonna have to say Pulsar X2. I feel like there's gonna be more mice named X2 before you know it. Stupid mouse naming. Everything's an alphanumeric. I have a lot of, so the job that I'm in right now, all my coworkers and everything, the industry, it's a pretty niche industry, So it's like everybody kind of knows everyone, and it's a little frustrating when, like, I don't know. So I'm in the R&D side, so like my job is to think outside the box. But all these people, it's everyone's old guys, and things and technology really hasn't changed in the field in 20, 40 years. So it's really frustrating talking to some people because they have, it's not that they just want to maintain the status quo, it's that they're naive to anything that isn't the status quo. And it's like really frustrating when, like, I don't know, I've worked in different industries and I've seen different things, and all these people are like incredibly set in their ways. I mean, just this week I was working with a fellow designer on, he was doing some piping stuff, and I threw out an idea on how to make the piping runs like a lot cleaner. It's not like a totally necessary thing, but it would have taken him just like a half hour of time that he definitely had. Believe me, he definitely had it. And he had no desire to do it. It would have looked good for the customer, it would have looked good for the company. It was not totally necessary, but that's just it. It was asking him to use the CAD program in a way that he would have had to YouTube real quick, or I would have sat there and told him, but he had no interest in even learning. He just wanted to do it the way that he had always done it before, and I don't know, that's like really frustrating. I remember Linus Tech Tips said once, let's see how much the dots gets added. That's not what he said. He said once, one of the like worst insults in his opinion is to tell someone that they're not curious. And I kind of stand by that. I do get like getting like job stuff aside, like not even talking career. You can get comfortable in your career. You can get, you know, you don't want to change things up because you're happy with status quo and you're happy getting your paycheck and going home. That's totally fair. But I think it extends beyond that too. I don't know. Life's short. Don't spend it in just maintenance mode. I guess that's my philosophy. Oh man, I had a salty dinner. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water. I apologize. So why I think he's naive. He was majoring in liberal arts before he switched, which is a medium degree. Yeah, liberal arts and then interdisciplinary studies. I couldn't tell you what the difference is. Yo, what are you working on? Says Spicy Saws. I was working on an Attack Shark X3 before I went on a little mini rant. Let's switch over to a Glorious Model D. You have to say it like that every time. Glorious Model D. Sorry. You guys don't need to hear that. It's too late for that. Where is my Glorious Model D? Here it is. Third Eye says, the company I work for is massive, but the actual department I work for reminds me of some kind of skunk works. It's a small department. D? That's super important. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I had an interview at the robotics company Fanuc a long time ago, and I remember a turnoff for me was that it's this huge company, Fanuc, F-A-N-U-C, Fanuc, Japanese, but it's an acronym called Fuji Automated Numerical Controllers or something, whatever. They're a huge company. They make industrial robots. So Fanuc, yeah, huge company. Somebody look it up. See how many employees it is. I don't know. I'm gonna guess like 50,000. And the job position was like a really small one for an R&D position, specifically with without getting like too in the weeds. Yeah, sure. Robotic dress packages. So like a robot that moves around, it needs a dress package that carries all the fluids and everything, air, compressed air, the tooling, to the end effector of the robot, and the robot needs to be able to move around and the hoses not break and stuff, and how you mount them and how you route them and how big they are, blah blah blah. Long story short, kind of like application of robotics. And it was a really small team. Like I remember in the interview being like, I kind of want a small company feeling. It's like, oh perfect, even though we're a huge company, I'm the manager over just like 6 people in the department and that's it. And we work pretty autonomously. Like we have some collaboration with other departments, but I don't know. But at the same time, I don't know if I also don't want to be like in my current position. I am like in a different building with just a few other people, and I kind of miss working with other people. Per Wikipedia, Fanuc has 8,256 employees. Oh, that is way smaller than I thought. Is that globally too? Wow, I'm like off by an order of magnitude. Oof. Don't listen to me, guys. Okay, y'all can't really see too great, so let me scooch. There you go. Mice. So what we're gonna do here, I gotta think about this. This is a Glorious D Pro 3370 mechanical switches in pink. Flamingo. No, Skyline colorway. And then in black is a Model D2 Pro. So I actually want to color combine them. If my voice will stop cracking. I do want to color combine them. It does look like the shells are the same. Yes. I was kind of rolling the dice on that. And the PCB with the D2 Pro also has rachas, which I guess... Oh, dude. I don't want rachas. Banff V2 sensor, which I think is a 3395, because their Banff V1 is 3370. My company is way smaller than I thought too. I wonder how accurate it is. Oh dang, Fanuc is in my city. Pune? Yeah, Fanuc is one of the largest industrial robotics companies in the world. Wikipedia says 12K, but last fall I had more like 25K. Wow, really? Oh, guys, I want to switch jobs though. I like my work, but I don't care about what my company does. It's boring. Oh man, I listened to a coworker drone on about some project he did back in like the early 2000s, and I'm just like, man, how we do things today is no different. I don't know. You get a lot of old geezers who like living in the past, you know? Because nothing innovative happens. So I could do blue on black like this, huh? That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. Alternatively, I could do the Skyline colors, but I could swap buttons. I could do black buttons, black scroll, black DPI button. The main thing I wanted was the black base, because look at this base difference. I can get a much nicer, bigger skate on the black one now. So I think that's what we'll do. Oh, did my tablet shut off? Okay. I think that's what we'll do. I'm going to swap PCBs. I'm going to put Armron Opticals on this guy, put it in this shell. We'll do a black base, and then I'll play around with the colors, but the priority will be getting Armron Opticals on this sucker. Yes. Okay, good. That's our game plan. I bought this used, and it came with the Glorious, not G-Floats, because G-Floats these are their ceramic skates, so these are heavy. These are like a few grams, even though they're small. They just feel like a polished skate. They're not that great. Armron Opticals come to daddy. Yes. You guys can soundbite me that. Quote me on it. I got G309 for the meme. Yeah, why is my tablet is like going to sleep mode even though I'm actively watching the stream? Okay, there we go. I got a G309 for the memes recently. How do you like it, by the way? I got one recently too. Well, not that recently. Maybe in the springtime, because I think I got one for like 16 bucks or something. I got it for like under $20. And I was like, oh, sure, let's see what the hype is all about. Yep. Not impressed. I mean, it's like, I get it. It's like a normie mouse. So like, I wasn't going to be impressed, but sure. The light force switches are kind of interesting. Ceramic won't affect cloth pads. The shape is also more awkward than I thought. The clicks are way better. Yeah, I was about, yeah, that's literally what I just said. Yeah, I thought the clicks were pretty nice too. And I gotta notch the power button too, because when you sand down the base, you also sand down the power button, the power slider. Yeah, the ceramic, will it affect cloth pads? I suppose it might like wear away the cloth a little bit fast because it's not plastic, but I don't know. All I know is that the ceramic on cloth pads, like any super smooth and polished skate, on some cloth pads, it's going to feel stupidly fast. And on other cloth pads, it's going to feel stupidly slow. Yeah, highly polished skates are, I don't know, people talk about pads all the time, but like the pad skate combination matters a lot. It really does. Unfortunately, this base is warped a little bit. Too much heat. Mouse market, somebody's looking for an NPO1S Ergo. Alrighty. Also, I should try you guys see how the pink is slightly yellowed on this? I could try throwing this in an ultrasonic cleaner real quick. Unfortunately, I can't remove the rubber ring because I think it's... Is it molded in? Yeah, it's molded into it. You can see the injection nipple there. I'm going to try a phalanges trick. We're going to get out the ultrasonic cleaner. So ultrasonic cleaners work by, they have a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a speaker. A high frequency, yeah, it's like a speaker that vibrates the liquid in here at a high frequency. And it's supposed to cause like cavitation or bubbles or something that's supposed to get rid of the junk. So I just got to unplug something out of my power strip to be able to plug this guy in. Knocking things over on my way to do so. Heck yeah. And then the other trick that I learned was using... I'm not going to use isopropyl alcohol. Here it is. Hydrogen peroxide. Yeah. So we'll set this off to the side as this runs. Move some of the stuff out of the way here. And I want to angle it too because I don't want to have to fill this thing with hydrogen peroxide. So we're just going to put something underneath it to prop it up. Sure. Oh, you guys can't see. That's a little bit off screen for you. Hydrogen peroxide is pretty cheap, I think. I haven't bought it in a while. That's a little bit on screen for you now. Okay. Sure. Yeah, we'll have that run there. Oh, we can support it with a mouse. There we go. Alright, VXCR1, it's your job to prop this up. Oh, my chat's like bugged. Bro, I gotta get a different tablet. I swear, dude, this thing, like, is half the reason why I don't read chat sometimes. It just doesn't load and I have to refresh the page. Oh, okay, now it's wigging out. And I hate that there's that stupid, like, YouTube privacy policy thing that's always there. And what happens if I hit learn more? Does it go away? No, it just takes me out of my video. That's cool. Okay. Okay. So I gotta get my power button sliders. And I believe this thing's on like a 5-minute timer, so I'm gonna have to hit it again in a moment. Beautiful. That one was a bit deep, but that's okay. Then I'm going to switch to my brush Dremel to just clean that up a hair, just because I can. Totally not necessary, but why not? So my wife and I have been watching the TV show Suits. We're getting really into it. It's actually been really fun. In like a month, maybe less than a month, and we're already on season 3. Just started season 3 today. Good show. It has Meghan Markle, the Duchess of whatever the heck she's the Duchess of. It has Donna Paulson is a character that from another show that Lauren had seen before. Oh, I gotta do the switches. Donna's my favorite character in the show. She's not one of the main characters, but any difference between 3311 versus 3950 matters at 1K hertz polling. I don't know. I feel like a lot of 3311 mice just have less competitive firmwares, so like you're not gonna be getting cutting edge wireless. There you go. Shut off. Wireless performance and such. I don't know. And a lot of like 33. Read Piezogal Tech Power Up reviews. He doesn't really review 3311 mice. I don't think he gets reviewed a single one other than like some old Asus wired mouse, I think. So, but at 1K hertz polling, the like most noticeable difference, if you're not a pro gamer, is going to be battery life. 3311 is pretty bad battery life. It's a power hog. Forgot the name. Benzoyl peroxide, which is for skincare. I ordered a Rotary tool update if I have some digits left by the end of the week. Yeah, you'll be fine. Especially if it's a little cordless one. It's hard to get hurt by one. These little cordless ones aren't very strong. You could probably stop it with your fingers if you're brave enough. Not recommended. Not advice. Not real advice. Benzoyl peroxide. Is that an acne thing? I forget. Alright, this thing is in my way, and I don't think you guys really care about watching the scroll wheel sit in a tub of clear liquid. Tub of vodka. I've used my Dremel's cutting tool to cut open oil filters, do some damage to some digits. Man, maybe you guys are using much stronger ones than the one I have. Like, I had a corded one that definitely was strong, but these little cordless ones, dude, they're not... If you, like, really press into it, it's not difficult to get it to bog down. Okay, these magnets are, like, definitely in the way. Yeah, super strong magnets. Where do I put them? Here. Oh, goodness. Yeah, really strong magnets can be scary. I need to get some from AliExpress. Yeah, 11/11 sale is around the corner, but I don't know with the tariff situation if it's worthwhile. I placed an order for some skates from AliExpress for like I placed 2 orders after using all my coupons and the 50-cent a day sign-in bonus thing. One order was 1 penny, the other order was 2 pennies. So that's kind of my check on tariffs, I suppose. There's not really anything out that I'm really interested in right now. Not really. I got a Fantech RE RCC1. Got that in yesterday. Used it at work today. Need to game on it at work. It's definitely not comfy enough for me to use in an office environment. Very cool mouse though, very well built. I remember when I picked it up, I was like, oh dang, this is a premium product. Yeah, RPM isn't always the whole story though. Yeah, corded stuff is gonna be really strong. About a cheap one, just image search the screenshot I took of your stream. Oh wow. Really? See, that's so crazy to me. Like I research like the crap out of products before I buy. But hey, whatever works for you. I mean, I could have... I mean, not this... This isn't some recommendation. This is... Hardell. I don't know, man. All these like Chinese things, they're all made in the same factory too, and then just labeled differently. So you're pretty much just best off getting the one that has the accessories you want, or is the cheapest price, because they're all going to be probably the same internals. I probably should have affiliate links to things. I think Daz has made more money than he thought he would with affiliate revenue. He had that post about MCHOs where he had $8,000 worth in sales. That's not what he made. That's what the total sales to MCHO's site was using his link and or his affiliate code. I think they combined the two into that metric. And I don't know what his commission is. But I want to say it was like somewhere between $100 to $200, somewhere in that ballpark, which is like pretty good, I guess. I guess it like makes it a little bit more realistic how like if you don't have a lot of bills, and if you're, you think about like Boardsy, he does this full time, you know. So he needs to be able to afford his apartment and his food and all that from just mouse content. I imagine affiliate codes are a good portion of that, though I have never checked if Boardsy, does he actually have affiliate codes in his descriptions? He probably does. He tests weird mice into his roundups. Wait, did he cross 1 year? Yes, make an account. I don't know, I probably should. I probably should. Well, I don't know if the hydrogen peroxide is really doing anything. It took away like 50% of the yelling to my Final Mouse Taric. The ones with the old Taric ones, not the Prophecy Tarics. So it did something, but I don't know if it's doing much to the scroll wheel. I don't know. I guess just part of me feels a little bit weird having a commission link. Like, no, I'm the one being weird about it, if I'm being honest. It's really a me problem. But because I understand the role of marketing and sales and why commission is a thing. There's still a part of me that just like feels weird about it. But I don't know. I think it's because, I mean, if you get a benefit out of it, like a 5% off thing, code or whatever, I totally get that. But if not, I guess the part that's weird for me is I just like never use affiliate stuff, because If I, for example, let's take the example of this Dremel. If I see a streamer that I like using a Dremel, I'm gonna like take their recommendation and go research it more and then get the one that is actually better. Unless they have already done like all the research, and even then I still feel, yeah, this is more of just a me thing. I guess maybe I don't trust, or maybe I feel like there's some way that I can do it better than them, that I can find a deal or find a product that's better than what they're recommending. But I understand that's not how most people operate. I mean, even Daz talked about, he started reviewing because he would just research things super in depth. So that's like where his mouse knowledge comes from. Alright, Omron Opticals into, yeah, 3370 versus 3950. I literally don't care. Raisha Opticals, no thanks. The Nordic MCU on this is mounted a little bit differently. So the like PCB layout is the same. Yeah. Manufacture date for the Glorious Model D1 was 41st week of 22. This is 26th week of 23. Year and a half later. Yeah, the ratios don't feel terrible in the Glorious, but they're still not my favorite, so. We're gonna try Omron Opticals. There we go, guys. Should I make a Mousecast t-shirt that says Omron Opticals and everything? I actually have, I shouldn't say this publicly. I actually would like to do t-shirts one day. I don't know if for sale, I don't know if just for me. I'm making zero promises. What the heck am I? Oh, here it is. Okay. Literally right next to my hand that whole time. Whoops. Sorry, I bonked. Dude, I personally DM'd Fresh Reviews to make his affiliate global, not saying I am the reason he did, but I wanted to earn for recommending IEMs. Piger says, so glad I listened to you and Daz shilling of Omron Opticals and bought the L7 Plus. Been playing a lot of Battlefield 6 and tap firing you need to do with the bloom is so easy with Omron Opticals. Yeah, they're great switches. I love the L7 Plus. By the way, Mayank, I saw on Reddit your reply about the Mchos Mchos pronunciation. I thought that was funny. Oh, I'm gonna call that one there good enough.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Yeah, I should really do affiliate links. The thing is, I don't review, so it's like, what do I do affiliate links to? There's gonna be like 3 people who buy the modding hardware that I have. And doing like links to whatever I say is what's on my desk for the week on Mousecast just seems ridiculous. So... should I try pink buttons?
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
We're gonna try pink buttons, guys. That switches in the upward position. Okay, get the dongle out of here. Switch in the upward position. Get my pink scroll wheel out of the warm water. Yeah, I don't know if it's changed color at all. I don't have a rag, so I will use my shirt. It's Mchos. Rotary Dremel, not the best. Something cheap that wouldn't explode in my hand. Yeah, I mean, that's I don't know where you're shopping from. India, right? But, I don't know, like here in the US, like Amazon, like where I would have affiliate links to, it's so easy to just, if it's not what you want, you just return it. I don't know, maybe I think the part of affiliate links that has me a little bit weird is I also don't want to feel responsible for a person's purchase. Oh no, did this get warped? Oh no. Arnar. I think the old I think the forks, the scroll wheel forks got warped somehow from the heat. How does that auto canceling canceling the sanding noise? I actually don't think I used it during that. It probably would do a really good job though. The noise canceling on these are really good. It's very good. I should have brought them on the plane with me when I traveled for work, but I did not. Dang, so the scroll wheel is, yeah, it like sits in there. How? Is this thinner? Is the black wheel thinner? Oh no, the black wheel is thinner. Son of a gun. Yeah, the black wheel's thinner and that clicks a lot better. Rats, dude. RIP FS in chat. Or F's. FS. Jeez. Well, I should stop worrying so much about aesthetics and just send it then. Black wheel. Let's see, will the pink fit in the black one? Or I mean the black and the pink one? Is this gonna feel all loosey-goosey? Not terribly so. Yeah, that's... Yeah, the pink must just be ever so slightly bigger. Interesting change they would make there. Well, I'm glad Glorious tried to do something to step up their QC, so sure. PCB swap 2, wait, acetone plus pigment boil method. Don't know what that means. Like a dye? Pigment boil? Like how I've dyed mice before? This is another thing that I don't know about. Alright, we're just gonna put one screw in for now. Just to get the aesthetics down. Because I did want to do, at the very least, I'm gonna do a black and blue. I think that would look really good. But the real question is, what cosmetic pieces do we want, or what buttons do we want? So, we've got here, oh, I gotta pop these buttons off, okay. Dye plus acetone would work, not on ABS plastic, ABS won't take it. If you check my post history where I dyed an Asus ROG Harpy Ace, the dye only took in the nylon shell because nylon's a softer plastic. It does not take to ABS. If you have a coating on the mouse, it'll like somewhat discolor that coating, and I won't even say dye, it'll like... I used a black dye on an Endgame Gear XM2 Wii, a white one. And it turned the white from like a really nice snow white into like kind of a murky grayish white. Son of a gun. Come on out, Sonny. That's stuck in there good, huh? I guess the pins that this is on are just like really tight. Yeah, alright. Sorry that took a little bit of time. Man, I'm getting tired. I'm getting a little tired already. So we'll try pink on that, and then we'll try, it looks like the side button PCBs are identical between the D and D2 Pro. This base sanding mod was the whole reason I got this D2 Pro. Well, I was like, oh, maybe I'll try the ratios. Maybe I will actually like the ratios in this mouse. And I don't dislike them. If I had to go back, like if I was not able to use ratios in this, or on opticals, I think I'd be okay with the ratios. But since I have the choice, I'm going to make the swap. Looks like the molds are the same. Buttons are coming out nice and easy. Watch that, I'm gonna jinx it. My goodness, if I can get this out of here. Yeah, pink side buttons on the black shell, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good, Sonny. Damn, son, where'd you find that? One of my friends from my first job, he used to watch this PUBG streamer, and I guess one of his lines that the streamer said was, "Damn, son, where'd you find that?" You know, when you like kill a guy, you're looting their body, and then they have good stuff. You know what I actually want to do right now? Like, I enjoy mouse modding, but you know what I'd rather do right now is actually play Crab Champions. I've been really enjoying that game with my buddy. I haven't played FPS in, like, I played like one round of Battlefield with bots like 4 weeks ago, and then before that, it's been like 5 weeks since I've played an FPS. Sad. Very sad. Okay. There's the buttons. Oh, did they modify the mold? They might have. It's not lining up perfectly anymore. They might have modified the mold. Bummer. How does this look, though? That is the real question. Ready? Moment of truth. Will I ever try the Combat Arms Brazil? Nope. I will not. That looks pretty good. That actually looks quite nice, huh? The black wheel actually looks good with it. Huh. Well, that's tempting. What happens if we do the black shell on the pink mouse? Is this gonna look cursed? Usually dark accents on a light mouse looks bad. There's the side buttons. But if it's enough black, like you usually want your highlight color, you want your majority color to be something neutral, and then your highlight color to be your brights. Your highlight color you have less of. Yeah, and the shell is like not quite lining up like absolutely perfectly. Alright, here we go. First look. Boom. Oh man, that like pink scroll wheel looks kind of off. I don't know, chat, what do we think? Does that look too cursed? I don't think, it's not as bad as I thought, but I don't love it. I like the blue and pink more. What if I swap base colors? Yeah, this looks better with the black base, I think. But I don't think this is going to look better with the pink base. No. No, it does not look better with the pink base. Especially the pink scroll, I think looks too cheap on this. Okay. I think I'm happy with this. Let's see if I can actually swap the shells though. You have English text now. No, I'm done with I would get back into Combat Arms if it was a big enough game, but it's not. The fact that it's like this modded, like, I'm glad it exists and I'm glad you enjoy it, but the fact that it's like this modded, I don't know. I did like the gameplay of Combat Arms, but not enough to play. I don't know, we'll see. Right now I like don't have any FPS games to play. But part of me is like, you know, I have a kid on the way. I probably don't really have time to like sit down and do full-on gaming sessions anymore. At least for a while. Dang, yeah, this is like... What did they change? The plunger height? Oh, yeah. I think they changed the standoff height here. Yeah. So I don't know if my camera's gonna pick it up, but... This thing right here, where there's the little foam pad, and the same thing here, you can see a little bit of the foam pad there. On the black shell, it's much taller than on the, so on the pink, I have all this play up and down. Right there, oops, excuse me. So much play. And then on this one, we don't. Let's see, could I fix that? Maybe. Does it mean the PCB has different switch heights? Different mounting heights. My poor dude, this thing is so this thing is so flimsy now. I went a little crazy with the base sanding modding, if I have to admit it. Dang. I gotta decide what I want to do. I've got to decide what I want to do. Okay. Well, I'm back. Watch that dive vid. Was this from the first day of sanding? Was this from the first day of sanding? I don't remember what day this was. I gotta decide though what I want to do, because I'm kind of disheartened that I can't swap these. Part of me wants to just go play Crab Champions. I think I'm gonna try swapping the PCBs back and seeing if the clicks still work. I hope at the very least Omron Opticals feel good. That is my number one hope. I worry that the PCBs are also different heights. So let's check that first. What all can be mixed? well, I cannot do, it's the problem is I don't know what you want to call this. The like hard stop height to M1 and M2. So I think I can still swap the side buttons and the DPI button like shown here. And then it'll just be, I can't do pink scroll. So it's just gonna be pink buttons. That's the only thing I can do. That might be kind of crappy. Let's just humor me and see what pink buttons looks like. It's not gonna look like much though. Yeah. Yeah, pink buttons alone doesn't look like much. Yeah. Oh, that's flipped on. What? Oh, is that why this isn't going in? Silly me. Black scroll wheel plus black bass IMO, yeah. Flip to a Blackpink K-pop fan for 2K. What? Oh, sad day. Shells aren't totally compatible. I guess I could just go back to the normal colors, but that's so boring. I don't like boring colored mice. Just black mice. They're the worst. They're the worst. Black scroll plus black base. Pink buttons would look interesting as accents. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, middle mouse feels nice though. It's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I personally don't hit on Glorious as much as most people do. I think they're fine budget mice nowadays. They've come down, they've depreciated so much in value. So much. I just want to see how these here Amron opticals are gonna feel. Although I think I'm supposed to pop this off actually because the stupid, yeah, this uses the dumb top mount screw design. Ugh, it's the worst. Modder's nightmare. So my ink, how did you find out about Mousecast? How did you discover Mousecast? Or my channel, I guess. I don't know which one came first. I'm guessing Mousecast. There we go. Wow, dude, this is one way to assemble a mouse, I guess. It is terrible. I hate it. Yeah, middle mouse feels weird though after swapping PCBs. Let's see how the switches feel. Kind of worried there's going to be some funny business with the switches. You won't believe it, but Boardsy? Really? Wait, how? Just because he mentioned it on that... As far as I know, he mentioned it on one of his like live streams once, right? Wasn't that it? That's crazy. That is the most unlikely way. Wow, that exact stream. That's crazy. Almost 10 o'clock here. Dang. Well, this is a bummer. This was one step forward, two steps backwards. This stream feels. Oh man, the Omron opticals in it feel good though. Very poppy, maybe too poppy. Yeah, they actually do feel pretty decent in it. My right mouse in particular. My left mouse is just kind of eh. Yeah, my left mouse is a little bit too poppy. But I might actually have to go back to the ratios. So I think unfortunately I'm gonna end the stream here. What I've decided on doing is going back to stock. I'm gonna go back to stock on everything. Because my scroll wheel, it's like weirdly poppy, like it doesn't rebound very well. It's very tactile, but you can just tell Gloria's made minor tweaks between the two shells. And unfortunately that means things don't fit. I guess that meant that it was like a better that the D2 is better QC'd, but yeah, anyway, that's what black side ones look like if you're curious. I don't want to put it back together though because it's such a pain in the butt. Sad stock mouse, yes. Reddit account a few times and watched your vids. Yeah, I know, I see you're active on Reddit. You almost commented on MK India subreddit once. That's right. I don't know what that was for. I forget what that was for, but yeah. Okay. Nova, come here. Come here. Mommy's trying to get you to come say hi to me. There you go. Yeah, you're on stream a little bit. Just a little bit. Right, doggy? Right, doggy? Am I going to have to get the shot caller out because you're not in your place? She scritches. She scritches so much. Yeah. Bonk. She bonked her face into my chair here. That's so funny. Novacam. Yeah. Novacam. Okay, well, I think I'm done with this stream for the night, guys. I'm just a little disheartened, but really what it is that it's getting late, and I think I want to play just like 15 minutes of Crab Champions. So, okay. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Mike, for hanging out in chat. This was a little bit of a one-on-one stream. It says there's another viewer or two, but I don't know who they are, but thank you for stopping in. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for Mousecast. Normal time, 10:45 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late. We always are. No super big news this week. You guys can sign up for notifications. The live stream, the upcoming podcast is on my channel. You can hit notify. But I think it'll be a nice chill stream. Daz has some kind of cool news to share, but I'm not going to spoil it. Okay. See you guys later.